Hey y'all, I'm so glad y'all made it in for this premiere. This premiere will be about Sunny Speaks Smoking Vegan Oxtails, y'all. That's right, plant-based oxtails. I know it sounds a little funny for people who eat meat, but it's an alternative to eating meat. So many people have so many hangups on people who don't eat meat trying to replicate the taste. You got to think about it. I went 40 some years with eating meat. So sometimes if I can get something to replicate that taste, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. It doesn't always work out, but I'm definitely going to give it a try. And today we're going to be trying Sunny Speaks Smoking Vegan Oxtails. But before we get started, I want to give a couple minutes for everyone to come into the chat. Got to wait for notifications and all those things for people to come in. I hope y'all make it. Then I really want the people who are always cutting up in the chat to make it. Saret, Chris, Tanya, and even you traded on me, T1000. But anyways, if you are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you come back. Then I want you to like the live, but then I want you to look. I want you to go back and look at some of the content that I have on the channel, videos, shorts, and other live streams, okay? I really enjoy doing these premieres with you guys because I can go in there, do all the work, and then come back, sit on the couch, and just chat it up with y'all in the chats. I know sometimes y'all get me in there and I want to tell y'all something like as I see it in the chat, but I can't because it's a recorded video. But while I'm chatting, I can kind of like put it in the chat where you can see it, if you know what I mean. So I love doing these premieres. Y'all put in the chat a one if you guys are enjoying these premieres and if you want more premieres from It's Grandma's World. Can y'all do that for me? Let me wait for a second and see how many ones I get in the chat. Okay, okay. Now, in this video, I'm going to be showing you the unboxing or maybe the unenveloping of the oxtails. I'm going to show you the ingredients that I use. I'm going to show you how the oxtails look before and after and like during the process. I'm going to tell you what the ingredients are. Everybody has been asking, but what's in it? What is it made of? And I kept forgetting. I just remember that I was okay with the ingredients, but today I made sure I looked it up so I have the exact ingredients for you guys. And let's get started. Okay, first things first, we're gonna do the unenveloping. These are the oxtails, y'all. Do y'all see how those actually look so much like an oxtail? It was almost like scary when I first took it out. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like I remember like the little portions. You see how like one has like three little parts to it? Like I remember that because you know the middle, I remember the middle is where the actual bone of the tail was. So I was like, okay, okay, you're doing a good job. I can see it. I can see it. Okay, so the first thing I did was grab some kitchen shears so that I can cut the bag open and put these oxtails on a plate so I can really investigate and see what's going on here, y'all. Because I don't know, I'm a little shocked that they look so much like an oxtail, but I know they're not. Okay, so I'm just going to take these oxtails, cut open the bag, and put them on the plate, kind of put them in the tongs and let y'all see a close-up of it. So in the bag, this is a vacuum sealed bag that it came in. It's a total of 1 pound. In the 1 pound, there are 12 kind of like smaller size vegan oxtails. They're not like really big, but they're not extremely tiny either. So I would say like small to medium size, and there were 12 of them. So yes, here they are on the plate, y'all. You can kind of tell how big they are once I get them arranged on the plate, because there you go. There's 12 of them. Y'all look at this. Look at this. I am just like, what in the world? I mean, like when they did this one, they did. I see a lot of things that try to mock meat, like a veggie burger. But look at this. Look at this. Even the discoloration, because you know this, because this is not meat, it's not absolutely raw, so you're not going to see like pink and all that. But it reminds me of how oxtail looked once it was cooked. Right here on the side, you see the outside of it where that's normally like the fatty part on a ox. That's actually rice paper, y'all. And I'm going to tell y'all more about the ingredients before we end the premiere. That was just so amazing to me. I was like, huh, I don't understand, but if these things are going to taste like oxtails, let's go for it. Okay, so I began with putting some olive oil inside of the pan. I didn't want it to have a lot of oil, but I didn't want it to be dry either. And the recipe that she recommended called for some olive oil with a pack of brown gravy. Now, this is the first time I've ever used a packaged gravy, and I don't know how to make a homemade gravy. I usually just ask my mom to do it for me. But this is the first time I actually tried using a package of brown gravy. So in the beginning, I was like, is this going to work? But it did eventually work. And when I can say that it did taste pretty good. So it called for the oil, then the package of the gravy, and a cup of water. But I used like maybe, I'll say like a cup and a fourth full. Okay, so I seen that it started to clump up, and I'm like, I don't know if this is right, if it usually does this. You just break it up, or does it have to boil to dissolve? I didn't know what was going on, but I just trust the process and kept going with the directions that she gave us. On that bag that you saw that the oxtails came in, it has that recipe for the gravy on the outside of the bag. I just thought, let me put a couple onions in here because I'm just thinking that seems like if something is going to be in a gravy, like, don't you have to kind of like put onions in gravy? So I did that on my own. That's not what the recipe called for, but I added some red onion. Now, if I would have had a yellow onion here, I would have did a yellow onion because I prefer yellow onions in gravy, but I didn't have any yellow onions. I had the red onions, so that's what I use. And I also use some of this brand cuisine trilogy. I think it's a garlic, onion. Oh, what was the other thing? I forgot what it was. Garlic, onion, something else. But that was a little trio that she sells, Brass Cuisine, that I purchased a while ago. So I seasoned the gravy with that. So the recipe didn't call for any seasoning in the gravy, but I felt like, I don't know. I had never tasted, so I was like, I'm just gonna season this thing. I just feel like the ancestors are telling me to season it, okay? So I just used that. I noticed as it was cooking, you see how much thicker that is? Like it did get so much thicker so fast. Those clumps did kind of boil out of there. So, okay, I was like, I don't use a lot of things that take gravy, but I can see how people use this. So I began to actually put every oxtail inside of the gravy because remember, they're just about already done. So it's just a matter of like probably heating it up basically. So I just placed each oxtail inside of the gravy. There's no boiling or broiling or any other kind of or air fry, any other kind of cooking method that you need other than to simmer these. So I just placed all of the oxtails in the pan on each side. I think I gave it maybe about I'll say maybe about 4 or 5 minutes on each side, and I flipped them twice. So this is how they began looking in the gravy, y'all. So this is like, I don't know, it's new, but I can't wait to see. I couldn't wait to see how these would taste. The pot that you see in the back was me boiling the water for the spaghetti. Because remember, I told you, even though I'm making it in gravy, I didn't want to not make the spaghetti because I told you guys before that as I grew up, my mom always did oxtails mixed with spaghetti. And that's all I really knew. So I just cooked them both ways to be safe. I also added some Tabitha Brown's all-purpose seasoning made by McCormick into the gravy and oxtail that were in the pan. I just kind of wanted to help the oxtails out to bring some flavor into it. You know what I mean? So I just felt better just to give some extra seasoning, even though the recipe didn't call for seasoning. I also used some of my tri-color cracked pepper. I wanted a coarser pepper, so I didn't use my white pepper that I normally use. I cracked some a medium fine pepper flakes up in there. And after adding that, they had been in the pan for about 5 minutes. So I just said, maybe this is a good time for me to go ahead and turn the oxtails, flip the oxtails so that they can cook a little bit on the other side. Look at this, y'all. Like this, I'm really, really amazed at how they have that rice pepper on there. Mocking the fat on the oxtail. This is amazing, y'all. What are y'all thinking in the comments? Tell me what y'all thinking. Although I'm sure y'all already in here telling me what y'all thinking, but just in case, take a minute and tell me, what are y'all thoughts? You have to say that these look. Now at this point, I hadn't tasted them, but they definitely look like an oxtail. It's like I had to think okay, I know I want to taste these, but it's kind of turning me off because it's looking so much like an oxtail. I got to get my mind right with this thing. Look at this, y'all. Look at that. If that bad boy would have had a bone in the middle, I would have been two through. I would have been two through. So yes, but they are looking good. They are looking, and it's smelling good, y'all. It is smelling good. So yes, so I decided to add some time because I'm like, wait, I know that sometimes I know my cousin, her husband used to make oxtails with red beans and rice. And when he made it that way, I remember he used to always use thyme. So I was like, let me use some thyme here. I think thyme would kind of set off a really good flavor for him too. So I put that thyme on the oxtails, plant-based oxtails, and this thing was seasoned, man, y'all. Okay, so I see that the oxtail is kind of absorbing some of the gravy, which is good because like I said, I've never actually had it with gravy. I do want to still eat it with my spaghetti, so I love the way the gravy has absorbed into the oxtail, the plant-based oxtail, y'all. I can't wait to tell y'all what the ingredients are. I'm gonna tell y'all towards the end of the video, so make sure y'all stay tuned. Look, y'all, this was the outcome. This was the outcome of the smacking, or maybe I should say Sunny Speaks Smacking Vegan Oxtails are the name of these, y'all. What do y'all think? Tell me what y'all think. I want y'all to put in the chat, look at the outcome, and give me your honest opinion. Scratch out the fact that they're not really a meat product, and just tell me, just based on looks and looks alone, because that's all you can do, tell me what you think. Now let's get into the ingredients. I promised y'all that I would look it up, write the ingredients down. I did, and now I can tell y'all exactly what's in the oxtails, okay? So let's see. Okay. In the oxtails, they are made with water, mushrooms. And I was like, okay, maybe, okay, I can see mushrooms. Mushrooms, vital wheat gluten, beans, vegetables, although she didn't go into detail, and that might be like a secret recipe kind of thing, but it says beans, then it says vegetables, okay? Then it said rice paper. The rice paper was what you saw wrapped around the oxtail, the plant-based oxtail. That was rice paper and seasonings. Okay, so I don't know. I didn't taste it to see how the seasonings were in the oxtails alone because I put my seasonings in there. So I can't speak on that. And then the gravy was pretty good. So with the seasonings mixed with the gravy, I can say that it was seasoned really well. The only issue I had with this was trying to get out of my mind that it was not a meat. It was so much of a texture, and it was seasoned so well, like what I remember with meat, that I had to get my mind right. I'm going to try them again today. I said I was going to do it on the on this video, but I wasn't like hungry yet, and I might not do it until later. I want to get the video out to make sure I got it out early enough so more people can view it with me. So I am going to taste it, and maybe even when I taste it, I might do a separate short or something tasting it. I don't know. But the texture was very meat-like. It was very meat-like. It was not mushy, like it wasn't mushy at all. It held a texture there. It was well seasoned. I don't know how that rice paper is like gelled. You know how that fat around the oxtail is kind of like gelled, like not gelled, but you know, like thicker, like a little bit, not real thick, but you know, like thicker. So it was not like thin like a rice paper. I'm thinking like rice paper is usually when they wrap the sushi, you know, and it's really thin. It was almost like a texture of that fat that usually surrounds the oxtail, y'all. And that was so weird. I'm looking like, what could this be made of? But I was like, well, they said the rice paper. So I don't know. I don't know if they added something to the rice paper to give it that. I don't know, but it was a spot on replica physically and as far as the texture to an oxtail, y'all. That's what I can tell y'all. So, okay, now, so let me ask y'all a couple of questions. Let me ask y'all, because y'all probably asking me a lot of questions in the comments. And I'm sure that I'm typing in the chat to let y'all know the answers if I know the answer. Okay, so tell me in the chat, would you ever try, knowing what they're made of now, would you ever try the vegan oxtail? Tell me if y'all would try it. And if y'all would try it, tell me what you think you would tweak to prepare it. Like, would you say, I would use this or that seasoning? I would eat it with rice or potatoes, or I would try this. Y'all tell me how y'all would try it. I'm interested in knowing that. And if you're saying that you would not even consider trying it, y'all put that in the chat for me. But I'm not gonna blame y'all. I'm not gonna blame y'all because it's a lot of stuff that I will not try. Like, I'm not trying no cheesecake. Like, it's just certain stuff that I am not gonna try. I usually say I don't like it, but it's only because I'm not willing to try it. I don't know if I like it or not. And I don't need to be liking no more calories. So anything I haven't gotten a liking for, I don't need it now. But if y'all are in the chat saying that y'all would not try this, I need to know why, so I can chat back in the chat with y'all. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to ask was, what was the other thing I wanted to ask? Dang, I forgot what the other thing was that I wanted to ask. Freak. But I do want y'all to know that I do understand. It's not like I'm so far removed that I don't understand. When y'all see stuff and y'all are like, now that's going too far. I understand that, but when you are not a meat eater and you were previously a meat eater, I haven't been one since 2016, it's some things that I might miss the taste of that I may want to, like, taste again. Like, if I miss buffalo wings, I don't want to just, like, forever not taste a buffalo wing. I just don't want to eat the animal to taste it. So what I'm really tasting on a buffalo wing, even though it's chicken, is the hot sauce. Now, I don't want to just drink a bottle of hot sauce. So it's like, okay, what can I do to replicate the chicken, which would be a mushroom or a cauliflower that would give me some kind of texture, but I can still have the hot sauce. So that's like the analogy that I have when I think of the things I try to replicate as something I had before. So many people come in the comments, y'all, and they are like, that don't make no sense. You say you don't want to eat meat, but then you want to eat something that tastes like the meat. And I'm like, well, if it's already in my taste bud, that's very likely that I might want to do it. But I'm not saying I don't want to eat meat for health reasons, although a lot of people do, and I need to. But I do it because I don't simply want to eat the animal. I have a hard enough time eating the fish and the seafood that I eat. So when y'all see people saying that they want something that tastes like a meat product, it does not mean that they're actually wanting to eat the meat. They might just want the seasoning of it. Like, I like jerk, but I'll take a jerk alternative to meat just so that I can have the jerk seasoning. You know what I mean? Like, I love tacos, but I don't have to have ground beef in a taco. I like the taco with beans. It gives me the same effect of a taco as if I would have put chicken or steak or ground beef in there. So y'all gotta, like, be lenient when y'all see that. When y'all see people trying to replicate something that tastes like a meat. Where it's not like we're trying to get back to the meat and saying, oh, we want to get as close as we can to the meat. It's the flavor of it. Because I keep telling y'all think y'all like the meat. Y'all don't like the meat. What y'all like is the taste and the seasonings. You guys like the taste of the seasonings that you put on the meat. Okay? That's what you're liking. I promise you. I keep telling y'all that if y'all put that chicken in your mouth without ever seasoning it, that ground beef in your mouth without seasoning, y'all will be like, ugh. It's the season. It's the way you season it. It's what makes you like it. I'm telling y'all. So now I'm just rambling because y'all know when I get to the premieres, I just feel like, wait, I'm not done. I still want to talk. We usually be having some kind of chat going on, and I'm not finished talking about that. So I said I'm just going to ramble at the end. Let me see. What can I ramble about? Next, what am I going to try? I'm going to try. Tracal gave me a recipe of bacon made out of rice paper. Now, I've tried bacon from Tabitha Brown with the carrots, but I'm willing to try this rice paper bacon for a BLT. I can't wait to do that. I can't wait to show y'all that one. So, yes, I have that. What else did I have? I had another thing. that I was going to do with you guys as a meat alternative. I forgot what that was. But as I get I still got to do the veggie burger. Trical, she is always giving me the best recipes, y'all, because she know how I eat. Her and Blessings Hot Topics, they send me those recipes, and I'm telling you, I look on the page to get the recipes off their page. I want to try the veggie burger recipe that she gave me, because I see a lot of veggie burger recipes, but they don't always have the ingredients that I think I would like in it. But this one, I think this is the one. Like, I'm like, yep, I like that. So to get that in the recipe, I know I'm going to like that just in time to use my barbecue grill. Definitely, I might be doing those hamburger patties when I first use my grill. So, like, when I bring y'all with me, when I first use the grill, first time in my life that I'm using the grill, y'all. I'm so excited. I think I can do it. I've been, like, studying, y'all. So, I think I have the hang of it. It shouldn't be so hard because it's not like it's meat on there. So, it's not like I'm leaving nothing raw on the inside or nothing like that. And everything else, the vegetables or the seafood and the fish, you know, that doesn't take any time. So it's not like I'll be slaving on the grill trying to get no ribs done and all that kind of stuff. Even though I have a really, really, really good recipe for what did you call it? The ribs. I got a good recipe for ribs that I've never tried. I tried the vegan ribs at a restaurant one time before, and they were so good. And I love barbecue sauce. So I don't have a lot of opportunities to eat barbecue sauce. So I'm going to also, the day that I make the veggie burgers, I don't know if the day that I make the veggie burgers, because I might kind of like do the veggie burgers, then clean off the grill. Then next time I go live, I'll make the ribs, show y'all how I made the ribs, maybe on a premiere, and then actually go live cooking the ribs, something like that. So I think I'm going to do something like that for the grill. But I plan on grilling like some cauliflower, some shrimp and seafood. I want to do some colossal king crab legs on it. My grill is sitting in my living room, y'all. I don't want to take it outside because it's like, I know I got to take it outside, but I bought a cover to go over it. But it's like once it goes outside, it's a wrap because it's going to be all dirty with the charcoal and all of that. So I think I might take it out this weekend. I have it in here because I don't know. I guess I'm just thinking, well, if I put it out there, like the bugs are going to crawl out of it right now. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it in here until I plan on cooking on it for the first time. Okay? That's what I plan on doing. So hopefully we got all we had to say out in the chat. This is the anxiety I have about the premieres because it's all over and done. And then I think I'm so grown, YouTube grown now, because I finally got me another phone a couple months ago, and I got all the storage in the world to be like, bam, yep, this is a 10-minute video. Bam, yep, this is a 30-minute video. That storage is storaging. Do you hear me? So I've been real happy about that too, because before, I'd be good if I could get a 3-minute out of my phone. Like, that was like pulling teeth. I had to force it, take out 1,000 pictures, take out 500 videos to be able to do a 3-minute video. But now, since I got all the storage to work with, and I use this just for my content, so even when I'm done with this, I can wipe it out of my phone and still have storage. Oh, I'm so happy about that. So now I just feel like I could just ramble, and I ain't got to worry about no storage. Okay, y'all. Okay, before I leave, what are y'all doing tonight? What is tonight? Wednesday night. Y'all know tomorrow's game night. We are playing bingo. So if you want to play bingo for some small cash prizes, so come on through and play some bingo for game night on It's Gamma's World every Thursday, really. Not always bingo, but we have game night every Thursday, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. And tomorrow night, Thursday, we will be having bingo. Now, if y'all have not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you have not liked the channel, like it. And after you subscribe, whether you're a new subscriber or one of the more seasoned, still go check out my shorts and videos and other live streams that you may have missed. Okay? This was fun as usual. I will see y'all later on in a chat.